Now the black dog here, you can see, he's called Tom, and he's 13 years old. He's been there and done it. He's been brought back for me thousands upon thousands of wood pigeons and ducks and geese in the winter time. Now he's not a real dog, as you can probably tell. There you go, Tommy. Good lad. He's getting a bit grey in the beard now, son, aren't you? Good boy. But if you have a look at his chest there, you'll notice there's a little bit of white flash. In the very old days of the Labrador, they actually had that white flash, but his mother was a spaniel. And that's the sort of rubbish that comes out. The little fellow here, well, not so little now, I've had him since he was 10 weeks old, and his name is Jake. That type of stuff. I actually thought I'd call it something really different, so I thought I might call it Richard, just for a laugh. And then it occurred to me when I go to these shows, if I held up a puppy this sort of size and asked if anyone would like to stroke my dick, you'd probably be offended, so I won't say that. Anyway, sorry about that. But anyway, yes. So he's called Jake for his sins. He's actually really good. He's learned a lot from Tom already. I had him at 10 weeks old and drove all the way up to Yorkshire to do a show, and no mess in the car whatsoever. He doesn't whine, doesn't whimper. He's now getting used to the whistle, and these are all the basic stages of training that he's going to have to go through. For those of you that don't go shooting, you've probably got a pet dog, and when we go shooting we expect a much higher standard of discipline and results from our working dogs. So he's got a long way to go before he's anywhere near good enough for the field. So despite the fact he's only 4 months old, at not even 16 weeks, we can actually fire the gun. Now you might think that is absolutely stupid thing to do, and you're right. I will switch the microphone off for this because it does increase the volume considerably. Now if you're going to go shooting pigeons, what we have to understand is the range of the shotgun. The range of the shotgun, no matter whether it's a Magnum like this, or whether it's a side-by-side, or an over and under, or whether it's a 410, doesn't matter. The range, the effective range of a 12-bore shotgun is just 35 yards. Now the shot travel out of the barrel and they continue for about 300 yards, but because they're very small, they slow down very quickly. So we need to understand what... Hey, that's my brand new boots. Get off that, you sod. Let's have a look now. Look behind you. You see that oak tree just over there? You see him over there, look? Most of you can.
Jake, stay there.
You don't know how pleased I am with that. Isn't that amazing for just 14 weeks? And that's little by little. Since he was 10 weeks old, I've been getting him used to louder and louder bangs. You people who go shooting, you'll know that he's either totally thick or he's got the signs of being a really good dog. Good boy, Jake. Hey, you're the clever boy. What's this smell, eh? You're going to find out all about that when you're older, son. There you go. I like that. He likes the smell of gunpowder. Okay, Tom, as I say, he's Joe Cool. As I say, he's retrieved a huge number of pigeons for me. I'm going to empty this now. We'll come back to that in just a moment. But what we'll do is show you how we try and get more birds within range. Now I love pigeon shooting because it's a do-it-yourself sport. It's a working man's sport. I can't afford pheasant shooting. Was it now 15, 20 quid a bird? Pigeon shooting is free, and you're doing the farmer a huge favour. So what I'll do is I'll get a phone call from the farmer. He'll say, get on boy, this is the time of year right now when the winter barley that's been drilled in the winter time is just going that milky cheesy sort of feel to it, and that's when the pigeons straight away come into it. Now that wind and the rain we had there the last couple of days, when the corn grows up it starts to fall over because the ears are too heavy. With the rainwater in them, down they go. Now farmers know that that's the most vulnerable time for hundreds of these birds to come in and start causing untold damage. So that's why I get the phone call. Now in my bag of tricks I've just got a few things here which I'll show you that works like a dream. You notice that I look after my equipment because you need to make sure your equipment is as good as you can get. A lot of people will use previously shot dead birds as decoys, but I always find you can never get a dead bird to move like a real live bird. But you can with this. And it's cheap as chips because you can make it for virtually nothing. Right, now there's virtually no wind here today, not even hardly a breeze. But if you're smart, and if you remember the days of Blue Peter, you can easily make this. I'll set up another one so you can all see. You can buy all kinds of electrical wizardry nowadays for shooting pigeons, you know, electrical magnets that whiz two birds round and round and round and round, which is fine 5 years ago. They reckon now they're the best pigeon scaring device you could ever get. I always reckon if you know fieldcraft, and if you know the crack and understand the birds and how they react, then you can actually have equally, if not far more sport, and in other words getting birds within range of the gun, than anything electric. So what I'll do is I'll just set up a couple of these and so you can get a feel for what I'm trying to achieve. You see, wood pigeons have got amazing eyesight, and we need to make sure we can mimic the same picture they expect to see on the fields.